just like we saw in the last couple of sections, if we have a future value we want to hit and know the amount to invest to get there, we just have to flip everything around. If we divide something by P, we multiply it over to A. If we multiply something by P, we divide it over to A, and we just essentially rearrange here where for n compounding periods and n investments, we have that P is equal to A times R over N over 1 plus R over N quantity raised to the NT whole quantity minus 1. Again, be very, very careful with that minus 1. It's really, really easy to make silly but catastrophic mistakes in terms of your values if you misplace that. So let's see an example for how this type of thing works. It's recommended that in Florida you have at least $22,000 in savings available when making a down payment on a house. Suppose after graduating you want to be able to afford a down payment in 8 years. How much would you need to deposit each quarter into an annuity that pays 5.5% compounded quarterly, rounded to the nearest dollar? Then how much of that value comes directly from interest? So again, most of what we have here comes down to using our formulas carefully. Here we are given that A, our eventual goal, is that $22,000 down payment, where I'm kind of assuming you're not in crippling debt like we talked about earlier on in the chapter. That would be a bit of a monkey wrench and not a fun one either. But from there, we also have that the rate is 5.5%, so R equals 0.055. N, because this is quarterly compounding interest, is 4, and T is 8. And since my pen is dying, I'm going to give it a bit of a break here to get that value for P, where in this case, P, following our formula, is A, 22,000, times 0.055 divided by 4, divided by the quantity 1 plus 0.055 divided by 4, whole thing raised to the power 4 times 8. That's the big driver for everything. Yet again, that 32. Then we subtract the whole thing by 1 and do that division to get a value there of approximately $552. Where if you're depositing $552 every 3 months, that means that you're depositing it 4 times per year for 8 years, so 32 times, means that you are depositing into that account $17,664. So the interest value, which I'm just going to denote INT here, would end up being 22,000 minus 17,664, or just $4,336. And after all that talk of showing you the money, $4,000 is nice, but it's not that much. Annuities get you a lot over a very long period of time, but over something like 8 years, it's okay. But you're still doing the vast majority of the work. You want your money to work for you, and you want your money to help you get more money than just this. And in the next bit, we're going to talk about how you can make more by taking greater risks, looking at things called stocks, bonds, and mutual funds.